much more.
A pair of 3-0 teams set to lock horns for the right to remain unbeaten. And we're off in week 4.
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Time to see what Patrick Mahomes can do here with his first possession. The quarterback out at Texas Tech getting set to lead this KC Chiefs offense.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Here's Pacheco to begin the drive.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, the numbers on the ground for Pacheco last week,
pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Again, it's Pacheco.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. His throw incomplete.
Looking for Sky Moore that time,
but it's going to be 2nd down.
You talk about this Washington defense.
They're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking out the #1 overall offense in the league.
And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
That's caught one more time by Boyd.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
This defense for the Commanders, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
And they'll use him out of the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Now he's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 17-yard line.
It's a pickup of 16 there that'll lead to a new set of downs.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And that is caught for a touchdown, Kansas City. Reception goes for 6.
And the Chiefs are on the board first here this afternoon.
A good hold of these wet conditions. The point after's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here are the Commanders making their way out.
And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
And he's playing at a very high level here in this early part of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in passing yards. Now, that's not... But in his case, it is.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. The numbers for him from a week ago: 23 carries, a touchdown to go along with 124 yards.
Just an excellent performance from them on the ground last week, and that speaks to an offense that is operating at a high level on all fronts. Of course, that man running the ball, he's just seeing the field so well. But don't forget about his offensive line. They've really asserted their will out there and are confident they can repeat it again this week.
Stroud on 3rd down now. They set up the screen for Dobbins.
And he goes out right around the 39. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert.
Ready?
First carry now for Alexander Madison. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we are. Variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 12 and a Commander's first down.
This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory, right at the 40.
Dobbins running out of the gun. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Play action. Here's Stroud.
He finds his man, complete. That's Potter.
Touchdown, Washington.
A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Commanders are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Now here's Mahomes. He completes it to Boyd. A busy first quarter. His third catch of the afternoon is a first down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act. After one, a one-point game, 7-6. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco, his fifth rushing touchdown now on the year.
And they are able to add on to their advantage.
You get in a second and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Here's Groupie for the PAT.
And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And a nice play on the end of it, an 18-yard touchdown run.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away.
And he will not bring it out. He'll just go down to a knee here for a touchback. And the ball will come out to the 25.
J.K. Dobbins leading the way as the offense returns to the field.
First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as the season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted.
And we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort.
We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Stroud sets up the play action. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
Call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
Isaiah Pacheco and the offense back out.
He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend.
Now Mahomes. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Mahomes will try again on second down.
That ball caught. It's Rice.
And he'll be out right at the 35. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He gets this one to Boyd. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 45 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here's Pacheco once again.
Gets past one man. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and then I'll make it 2nd and 4.
Accepted a positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field, but his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Boyd. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down. Working from the gun, Mahomes.
That one caught by Rice.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10.
Mahomes now to throw.
He finds Moore in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City.
10 yards on the touchdown pass.
And the Chiefs go up by 2 touchdowns. Groupie for the extra point.
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
And they'll accept that penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense.
And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. Now he's loose down the left sideline.
And down to the 19-yard line.
Big yardage that time for Washington.
56 yards on the ground. He was over 100 yards a week ago, and he's well on his way once again.
Say it with me, partner. Encore, encore. This guy's headed towards getting it done one more time.
And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Second down and 4. And Stroud now to throw.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed.
And the Chiefs are going to take possession here.
Well, Brand, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get him next time out.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and forced an incompletion.
The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts
as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Taking on the midfield logo. They'll score that a 36-yard punt.
And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. J.K. Dobbins leading the way as the offense returns to the field.
Now he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much.
Stroud getting his offense to the line quickly.
They're going to look to throw.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Darnell Mooney.
25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Commanders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The ball back to the Chiefs and Isaiah Pacheco.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Mahomes now on first down. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. That'll be caught by Rice. Now another timeout called for by the offense as
as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. They go play fake. Mahomes. This is caught. It's Boyd.
And they have a first down and well into field goal range also at the 16 now.
The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Mahomes to throw once more. And that is incomplete.
The way he's been slinging it in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes.
That is incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Tyler Boyd in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Chiefs will extend their lead here just before halftime. The point after, good by Groupie.
And the lead now up to 14.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away.
So we've come upon halftime here in Arrowhead with the Chiefs on top.
And we'll jump right over halftime and keep the game going here in Week 4. Second half kickoff ready to go.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the third quarter. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
1st and 10, it's Stroud. Complete, it's Dodson.
He takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on it and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here's Stroud. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
Stroud looking to throw.
And his throw is going to be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they throw it. Now with a short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down. They'll try and run for it.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
Throwing now is Stroud.
Escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
I'm sure there was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Commanders first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. And we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort.
We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Now Stroud.
Little short pass here to Hill. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Stroud now on 4th down. And that's going to be incomplete. The Commanders went for it, but they could not pick up the first.
And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. 65 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. On first down, Mahomes. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes.
He'll check this one down to Pacheco.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. Mahomes now to throw. He gets this one to Boyd. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it'll be 2nd down. On play action, it's Mahomes.
Over the middle and complete to Moore.
He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ballgame, and he's got a first down.
They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
That one will go for 9 yards and a first down on the keeper.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in. see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They go quickly here out to Moore. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And that is incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
And his kick is right there. It's good.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
So after the field goal, back out is Groupie to send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
As Stroud now to throw.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Stroud off the play fake.
And the Chiefs are going to get him.
Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. And they'll go play action here with Stroud.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete.
Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out.
And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position.
Pacheco gets it up the gut.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now here's Mahomes.
That one caught by Rice.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. That's complete right around the 8. And the Chiefs are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up.
We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead.
Pacheco.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco
With his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Chiefs are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. Groupie able to add the PAT.
And the lead is now 24.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And the Washington offense heading out. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. Now they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10.
And this one is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally, because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result of the game, but it could add to your stats.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.